So this guy created Enron back in 1985, and they had employed 20,000 people and said that they had revenue of over $101 billion. Fortune named the company America's most innovative company until everything went south. Then at the peak of their stock value, which was at $90, executives who knew something was not right started to sell their stock, so it dropped to $42. But the company's founder told the world, don't worry, it's all good, just buy more stock, it's a good opportunity to make more money. But the stock kept dropping till $15. Then in 2001, news started to circulate about Enron hiding millions of dollars of losses. Their stock dropped to $1 and people lost employee pensions of more than $2 billion, $60 billion of stock value was lost, and shareholders in general lost around $74 billion. Thousands of people lost their jobs. Now here's the interesting part. 2 years before all of this collapse happened, they had a new product in mind and they had a presentation for it to start to convince people to invest in it. And this is what we're going to analyze. We're going to look at this pitch deck and analyze it. There's a lot of geeky stuff, so we're going to bypass this and just skip some of the slides. But overall, we're going to look at a deck that didn't foresee what was going to happen. So it's going to be fun to do. All right, so let's take a look at this deck or this presentation pitch per se. Enron Communications delivering a whole new internet experience. And the first thing they say is that Enron is rated by Forbes magazine as the most innovative company in America 4 years in a row. It just shows you that whenever the business world thinks they know, they almost never do. And that was a long time ago. FTX just happened, Theranos just happened after that. And then this other founder, Frank, also happened, a situation that happened recently similar to them. It just keeps happening and happening. 31 billion in revenues, worldwide leader in deregulating industries, etc. Now, you have to consider something, because I'll say that probably when I'm done with this, but you have to consider that as a person who's reading this, at that time, if you go back in time, you have to realize that there's nothing wrong with Enron. You can't know what's going to happen in the future. So put yourself in the shoes of the actual reader of this. It's like Tesla saying right now that this is what they're doing, most innovative company. And you'll go like, of course, Tesla's great. We all know that they're making revenues and good cars. You don't know what's going to happen now. That's what you don't know. So it's a very traditional presentation. Enron Communications delivering a whole new internet experience. That was a very long time ago, so internet has changed ever then. So technologically, I told you I'll skip through a few slides, but technologically that's like BlackBerry time or even before that. World-class team, Intel, and also strong companies. They're just trying to tell you, you know what, we're not scamming you, even though they are, or they have a lot of losses in place. Development partners, what it takes, and to serve 100 million desktops. It's a very traditional presentation of a new product at that time. You know, it was not, in terms of design, it was just a corporate presentation to create the platform, bandwidth, support system, and reliability. When you look at the numbers of the bandwidth, you'd be surprised because that was a very long time ago. What is e-powered MediaCast? It allows you to deliver high bitrate, rich streaming, multimedia transparently to your subscribers' desktop, and that's the product they were trying to pitch. The next killer application, and a screenshot of it. From the screenshot, you know how old this is. Yeah. Connecting to the benefits and product timeline. They didn't know that by the end of this quarter, not really by the end of this quarter. And this I think is a typo because they should have said Q1 of 2000. And this is, I think a year later is 2001 is when things really go south. Partnership offers success-based revenue model, collaborative distribution. They're pitching it to potential clients. So they want to show that this is what it is for potential clients, e-powering your business, the steps of it, and then Enron.com. And a little bit of more technical details like e-powered application service delivery model, metering and revenue sharing, how does it work, and e-powered MediaCast customer, who are those, or are the focus of them. Intelligent network delivers value, feature, benefit. It's like they gave it to an executive there and they're like, just make us a presentation. Nothing's wrong with the presentation. Nothing's wrong with the product. Nothing's wrong with the design. It's all about the fact that you know what's going to happen next. What makes this interesting, this presentation interesting. What is e-powered MediaCast? A little bit of more details on the product. The e-powered MediaCast, the supports and delivers, content distribution, how it works, content delivery, and an example, a live example of CNBC, how it's going to work, and then Bloomberg, and then Real Broadcast Network, and the comments of the industry. Enron is the first carrier in the US to put an entire network in place for data. And that's overall the presentation of their pitch. Now, this is not an investor presentation. Again, it's just, I wouldn't say cheap, but just a very traditional corporate presentation created at that time to pitch a product that is an average product, per se. And that didn't work out. I really have no idea whether this product could have worked out or not, because they were losing millions and they were still not trying to fix it and doing that. If you don't know what went on with Enron, you should read. I'm not sure if they have a book about it, but read online about it in general. It's a story that just makes you think that, wow, scams this size happen, and that's just crazy. But then it happens again and again and again years later. So that was the presentation. So as a conclusion to the deck, you have to keep in mind that whoever read this deck had no idea of what's going to happen. So they were looking at a company that is America's most innovative company, and they're pitching a new product. So there was a sense of FOMO. They wanted to invest, because why wouldn't they? A big company like that, and it's a very good investment opportunity. And this is what this deck is all about. It's a traditional product pitch. It has nothing special. It just, the main unique selling point of this deck is their reputation. And now that this is, little did the world know. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. I have a lot of more ideas in the making, but most importantly, you just have a wonderful day.